Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are continuing the Let's Build Oasis Springs series, and I'm building a motel in the most cheapest part of this world. So this entire world, or not world, this entire neighborhood is gonna be like cheap starter homes and old looking like maybe rundown houses, not sure, but anyways, this is definitely the part where you can find the cheapest houses for your Sims. So the reason why I am building a motel here is I needed a motel for my 100 baby challenge, and this section of the world fitted in perfectly with what I was building. So this is gonna be a motel with 8 bedrooms. Yeah, 8 bedrooms, so 8 rooms with bathrooms. Of course, there is gonna be a bar, a laundromat, and also a little bit of a kitchenette, just so that your Sims can eat something. Maybe they can heat up, baby food there. I mean, I think that is nice when you are going to a motel, that you can heat up the bottle or something. Anyways, that is what I'm building today. So I went with a typical kind of motel style. I mean, I think this is a typical style. I'm not sure. And the reason why I'm not sure is I have never ever stayed in a motel before. I have stayed in I have stayed in a lot of hotels. I go on vacation every year with my husband. I think we go like 2 or 3 times a year, and we always stay in hotels, sometimes in an apartment. Last year when we went to Spain, we stayed in a little apartment with a kitchen and everything you basically need, but never a motel. So I've gotten all my inspiration that I'm doing here today from Instagram. No, that's not right. Oh my gosh, I'm so used to saying Instagram. But no, I did not get my inspiration from Instagram. I've gotten my inspiration from Google Image. Yay! Anyways, I really didn't know how a motel should look. I mean, I have seen motels in movies, especially last movie that I saw was the last movie of X-Men. I don't know what it's called, but it's the one with where Wolverine dies. Yeah, spoiler alert. He dies, and that takes place a little bit in a motel. So I saw a motel there, and I think on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, at one point he also stayed in a motel. Not sure, but anyways, I saw one there. So I don't have really a lot of reference when it comes to a motel, but when I was thinking 100 baby challenge and woo places, that is the first thing that popped in my mind. It was like, oh, I need to build a motel. So that is what I'm doing today. So I got my inspiration, like I said, from Google Image, and there was a wide variety of motels. There were very luxurious and elegant looking motels, and there were just normal motels, and there were very dingy looking rundown motels. And at the first thought, when I started building this, I was like, let's go for a rundown, ugly motel, with rats and bugs and stuff like that, and carpet with stains. But then I started building, and I actually really liked the layout. I liked the feel of the build, that I couldn't get it over my heart to make this look ugly. So I'm going with mediocre motel instead. So I really did my best to not make it luxurious, but still make it look nice. So this is definitely a place where you can take your children. I don't recommend it though, because there is a little bit of crime rate in this section of this neighborhood. You can see it because there will be a little bit of graffiti, and yeah, it's not a greatest neighborhood, but you can take your children if you like. So yeah, this is just a normal middle class motel in the cheapest part of the city. You can see it like that. So here I am painting everything white, because I love starting out with a white base so that I don't see like the ugly unpainted walls. I hated how those looks. I just thought, let's paint everything white and then add in color as we go. So I'm going with a base game brick on the first section, and then here I'm adding in the wallpaper from the bowling alley stuff pack. That is the blue wallpaper that you see at the front. I am gonna change that to a white white kind of plaster wall, and the reason why I'm doing that is because this blue was looking way too fancy. Although in the end I am gonna use it, but I'm gonna use it at the side, little side building there, and that side building there, that is gonna be the laundry mat and the little kitchenette that I'm gonna build. And in the main building at the front, I'm gonna do a bar on top. I mean, the owner of this motel, he was like, he could get, oh my gosh, Mona, I want to say like a million things at once. So he could have chosen either a bar or a restaurant. I only had place for one of those. And the owner of this motel, he likes to, you know, drink a beer or maybe a whiskey. So he thought, nope, we are going for a bar. So it's gonna be a bar, and a bar actually really helps with my storyline of the 100 baby challenge. So that was also nice. So yeah, there is a bar in the main kind of building here at the front, and then downstairs there will be a desk where you can register. Of course, you need to pay for the room and stuff like that, so you can do all of that here at the first floor, and then you can go up on the second floor and visit the bar, grab a drink with the person that you are having an affair with or something like that. So here, starting with the parking lot. So the parking lot is fully enclosed. There is a very big heavy gate at the side. I just thought that was necessary because this is the more dangerous part of Oasis Springs. You know, crime rate is up. We needed a fence with barbed wire. Although I don't think that fence would really help because there's no gate. There's no gate at the front. The gate is broken, so there's no gates. You can just drive up to the, how do you say it, the little section there where you can register, and then you can park your car at the back. Although I do think that there are like bouncers or security walking the area, so there are people who can make your sim feel safe. Of course, you can see it like, I don't know, Men in Blacks or something. Anyways, here, starting with the sign. So for the sign, I actually had something completely different in my mind. I had a sign in my mind like the Cars sign, you know, Cars and the Cozy Cone Motel. That's right, there's a motel there as well. Anyways, I was thinking about, you know, a really large sign on a pole with lots of neon, and the signs that I found were really nice looking, but they all had some kind of purpose. So one sign was a bowling sign, couldn't use that. The other sign was a karaoke bar sign, and couldn't use that as well. I needed something that said bed, no breakfast, or you know, you can sleep here for a very cheap price range. But I couldn't find anything, so I went with the dine out sign instead. I'm really hoping that at one point in The Sims 4 life that we will get hotels or motels or something that we can simulate this kind of builds. I would have loved to actually stay with my sim family in a actual hotel. I mean, now we have like the vacation world from Outdoor Retreat, which I hate. I hate it. I don't hate the world. I like the world. I hate the pack. Anyways, I could have done like hotels there, but then again, you can only use it with one sim family. You cannot have multiple families living there, like in San Myshuno. You can have multiple families in one apartment. I just wished for hotels. I love hotels. I'm hoping that hotels will be possible at one point in this game. So yeah, here painting the pole where the sign is, and then here starting a little bit more landscaping. So the reason why we are doing a little bit landscaping at the front is it looked so empty and boring. I needed a little touch of green. I mean, I could have gone with nothing and then it really would have looked like more of a rundown kind of vibey motel, but I couldn't handle it. So I needed a little bit of green, I needed some palm trees and a bit of terrain paint to spice it all up, and I like it. I mean, the fence still screams crime rate to me, and you know, we need a big large fence to secure our guests, but it still looks really nice and cozy-ish. I'm not sure, but I just really like the build. So what am I doing here? I'm not sure. Oh, adding trims everywhere. Of course, trims are very important to your builds. Sometimes you don't need a trim, but in builds like these ones, I think a trim makes the building look extra nice. So here, of course, the parking lot. I'm adding in some toy cars just to make it look a little bit more realistic. I'm not gonna fill it up completely. I think I'm only placing 4 cars because that's all I thought looked nice. I could have maybe placed more cars, but then you have all the same cars and I don't know, I didn't like it. So I went with 4 cars in the parking lot. And then here I am making the air conditioning section. So this is where all the air conditioning from all the rooms come together. This is where they get their power or their fresh air. I don't know how air conditionings work, by the way. But yeah, I just made a little section for the air conditioning. I don't know. Again, going with a little bit more of that realistic vibe. Not saying that that is realistic, because I wouldn't know, but in my mind, that's realistic. So yeah, so I added in also a staircase leading up so that your Sims can actually go to their bedrooms without going through the bar. So yeah, here adding in some lights and oh, some graffiti. Like I said, this is the poorest side of the Oasis Spring neighborhood, and the crime rate here is a little bit higher. So of course I needed a bit of graffiti, not too much. I didn't want to make this look really now you say that, like dingy, or I don't know the word. So a little bit of graffiti was nice. So here started furnishing with the bedroom. So I'm gonna furnish 2 bedrooms, and then I'm gonna copy the bedroom to the how do you say it, to the room next door. So now, as you see, the bedrooms, they are not mirrored, but I'm gonna make them mirrored bedrooms a little bit later on. The reason why they are not mirrored now is I forgot about that. Usually when you go to a hotel, all the bedrooms are mirrored. So I think they do that because of the plumbing, so that you have all of the plumbing for the toilets and bathrooms come together in one kind of section, and then 2 rooms can use the plumbing. I think that's why they mirror bedrooms, but I'm not sure. But anyways, I'm mirroring the bedrooms right now. So we have a left bedroom and a right bedroom. I am gonna copy all those bedrooms, and then later on I'm gonna add in little details to make it look a bit different. And in details, I mean colors. I'm just gonna change a color of, like, say, a plant or a chair, and then maybe different paintings. So all the bedrooms are quite similar, but slightly, and I mean minimal, slightly different. The only real different bedrooms are the 2 corner bedrooms that you see there. That bedroom is really a little bit larger. I think 1 or 2 tiles larger, and those are like honeymoon suites. Not really, because I don't think you would have want to spend your honeymoon here, but maybe those are like luxurious woohoo suites. I think that can be that's definitely something that I'm gonna use those bedrooms for. So those bedrooms are a little bit bigger. There's only 1 double bed. In the other bedrooms there are 2 double beds, and the bed in that suite is a little bit nicer. So I'm using the vintage glamour stuff bed for those bedrooms, and then for the other bedrooms that you see here, just the base game, normal, crappy, cheap bed, you know. I mean, we are going for mediocre and not for luxurious, and that is something that I needed to think about like a lot of times, because I don't know, automatically I started grabbing for items that makes a room look more luxurious and nice, and I really needed to hold back. I was like, Mona, no, don't grab that plant, girl. With that plant it would look too nice, and with the wallpaper as well, because I wanted to go for the blue wallpaper, and again, it would have looked too nice. I needed to go for mediocre, and I needed to go for bland. So yeah, all of the bedrooms are a little bit bland, but it's a motel. It's not a 5-star hotel. If you want to see a 5-star luxurious hotel, you should probably check out my Disneyland hotel. I have built a Disneyland hotel, I think it's a year ago now. I think even more. I think 13 months ago, I'm not sure. Anyways, like almost a year ago, I've built this beautiful Disneyland hotel. That hotel has, I think, 4 stories high, and I think we have like 20 bedrooms there. There is a spa in the basement. There is a themed swimming pool in the basement. There are 2 suites on the 4th floor, like presidential suites with bathrooms and kitchens and everything your sim needs. There's a bar in that build, there is a restaurant, there is a gift shop, and there's also a coffee bar. So it is a very, very large hotel. So if you are interested in that, if you like hotel builds, go check out that video. I will link it here. It's like a series, 5-part long series, if I have that correct. Go check it out. It's gorgeous. But if you want to play it in your game, keep in mind there are so many there are so many items in that hotel. So when you are playing it, it's fine. But when you go into build mode, you will lag, really lag. You cannot move, you cannot do anything. So don't go into build mode unless you are gonna delete a whole lot of stuff. I don't recommend going into build mode after placing. So yeah, anyways, here so sorry, doing the yeah, I'm changing here the bedrooms just a little bit. So I'm going with more of a retro kind of vibe. And I'm using the bowling stuff side table. I really like that. It fitted in really nice, and it looked better than the gray kind of dresser that I was using. Of course, a television, a remote control, everything is there. We have a dresser, and then in the large woohoo table, the large woohoo bedroom, there is a bookcase, a little side chair. I don't know, you can do lots of things on a chair. So I thought, let's add in a chair, and then here just copying all the bedrooms. That's all I'm doing here. So yeah, that was actually quite easy. And when I built the Disneyland hotel, by the way, there was no copy tool. None. It was a nightmare furnishing all those bedrooms. And I do have to say, in the end, I had to do 1 floor and I gave up. I gave up on that build, and it took me, I think, 3 or 4 months before I continued that hotel. At one point, I really hated that hotel. I was like, no, I'm not going back. I'm traumatized. But yeah, my husband did convince me. And of course, all of those comments on the videos as well. Like, when are you gonna continue? And at one point, I was like, I should probably open up the save and just start on it. And whilst I was building and furnishing, I found it fun again. But it took me a whole 4 months to make it fun again. I mean, now if I would have built that hotel with the copy tool, I don't think it would be 5 parts long, and I would have finished it sooner. So yeah, yay for the copy tool, I love it. So yeah, so what am I doing here? Oh, I'm making the front desk. So this is the desk where you can check in your Sims. They can rent a room here. I'm trying to make the color scheme look a little bit matched, but also mismatched, if I'm saying that correctly. So we are going with brown floors and brown wallpapers, and then you have these orange chairs, and then a totally different bookcase. So I'm not going for a beauty a beauty price for this room, but I'm trying to make it look authentic, and usually those little offices don't look as nice. So here started with the bar. So this is gonna be a bar, just a bar. I am gonna add in a darts game and also a foosball table, and of course a bar and lots of seating area. So if your Sims are hungry, they can definitely order a snack on the bar. That is something that I always do when I go out with my Sims and they get hungry. I just order a snack on the bar. I mean, when we go out to eat, like in a restaurant, that is also nice, but lately I'm not using the restaurants as much, and the reason why my Sims don't do that is my restaurants are really glitchy. It takes forever until I get my food, and then when I have like my first course, I won't get my dessert, or my second, no, is it my main course? When I get my main course and then you need to wait until a second course, it never shows, and then yeah, it's just annoying. So that's why I haven't been playing with Dine Out anymore. I probably should just repair my game and see if it fixes it. I have tested it out with no custom content, by the way, and even with a vanilla game, CC free, it still freezes, and yeah, it's so annoying. And running a restaurant, that is just nearly impossible at this point in my game. It just doesn't function anymore. And is it because of my computer? I'm not sure. I mean, I have a Acer Predator laptop with an i7 in it, so it's a fairly decent computer. It's not the best computer that there is, but it's definitely not the worst computer that I'm working with. So I don't know if it's my computer. I mean, I can run the most heaviest games possible. I can run Battlefield with no problem. So I'm not sure what's the problem with my game, but Dine Out is glitchy as hell. So let me know in the comment section below the video, how is your Dine Out running? Can you still own a restaurant? And how is your overall Dine Out experience really? I would really love to know that from you guys, because for me this is so annoying, because I used to love playing with Dine Out and I haven't been playing that like three or 4 months now. I think since the toddler update. I think the toddler update did break some things in my games. So the Dine Out isn't working properly, and also the my Sims, when they need to go to school or to work, they just stand and stare into infinity for like a couple of minutes or an hour, like a sim hour, and then they are late for school and then they start functioning again. That is also a major bug that I am having lately, and that's so annoying. And that is also, it started around the toddler update and it has been increasing since the parenthood update. So I had it like frequently, but not as much before the parenthood, but now with the parenthood pack I have it constantly and it's driving me insane. So let me know in the comment section about that as well. What kind of bugs do you have in your game, and what do you do to fix it? Because I really would love to know. So this is the final section that we are furnishing for this video, and this is the kitchen and laundry mat made Am I saying that correct? Anyways, the laundry section in one. So it's just a tiny, small kitchen that everyone can use in the apartment complex. You can heat up a bottle for your baby here. You can heat up some chicken nuggets for your toddler, or I don't know, for a midnight snack, and maybe the bar isn't open and you have, like, I don't know, instant noodles in your backpack. You can all prepare that there. And of course you can do your laundry here. So the people who are staying here do their laundry, but also the how do you say that, the personnel, the the chambermaids, I'm not sure. Anyways, they do like all the linens and stuff there as well. So we are almost at the end of the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this build. I know it's a little bit different, but I just so loved doing this. So if you have any suggestions for another kind of weird build like this, let me know in the comment section below the video so that I can write that down and take it with me for inspiration. So I hope that you guys have a awesome day wherever you are, and hopefully I will see you all soon. Bye bye!